The Gilaki language is a Caspian language, and a member of the northwestern Iranian language branch, spoken in Iran's Gīlān province. Gilaki is closely related to Mazandarani, and the two dialects have similar vocabularies. The Gilaki and Mazandarani languages share certain typological features with Caucasian languages, reflecting the history, ethnic identity, and close relatedness to the Caucasus region and Caucasian peoples of the Gilaki people and Mazandarani people. Internal classification. The language is divided into three dialects: Western Gilaki, Eastern Gilaki, and Gīlān. Furthermore, the Gilaki language is closely related to Mazandarani, and the two languages have similar vocabularies. The Western and Eastern dialects are separated by the Safed River. According to Ethnologue, there were more than 3 million native speakers of Gilaki in 1993. Phonology. Gilaki has the same consonants as Persian, but different vowels. Here is a table of correspondences for the Western Gilaki of Rasht. The consonants are. Typology. The Gilaki and Mazandarani languages share certain typological features with Caucasian languages, reflecting the history, ethnic identity, and close relatedness to the Caucasus region and peoples of the Caucasus of the Gilaki people. Verb system. The verb system of Gilaki is very similar to that of Persian. All infinitives end in ten, den, or in vn, where v is a long vowel. The present stem is usually related to the infinitive, and the past stem is just the infinitive without n or n. Present tenses. For the infinitive din, to see, we get present stem din. Present indicative. The present indicative is formed by adding the personal endings to this stem. Present subjunctive. The present subjunctive is formed with the prefix by u, or be added to the indicative forms. Final e neutralizes to e in the third singular, and the plural invariably lacks final I. The negative of both the indicative and the subjunctive is formed in the same way, with n instead of the b of the subjunctive. Past tenses. Preterite. From zurden, to eat, we get the perfect stem zud. To this are added unaccented personal endings and the unaccented b prefix. Imperfect. The imperfect is formed with what was originally a suffix I. Pluperfect. The pluperfect is paraphrastically formed with the verb on, to be, and the past participle, which is in turn formed with the perfect stem plus e. The accent can fall on the last syllable of the participle or on the stem itself. Past subjunctive. A curious innovation of Western Gilaki is the past subjunctive, which is formed with the imperfect of bom plus past participle. This form is often found in the protasis and apodosis of unreal conditions, e.g., menhk berabidebim, zushal babostibim. If I were to see, saw, had seen Akbar, I would be happy. Progressive. There are two very common paraphrastic constructions for the present and past progressives. For the infinitive son, to go, we get present progressive, past progressive compound verbs. There are many compound verbs in Gilaki, whose forms differ slightly from simple verbs. Most notably, bv is never prefixed onto the stem, and the negative prefix nv can act like an infix n, coming between the prefix and the stem. So from fagiften, to get, we get present indicative fagerem, but present subjunctive fagerem, and the negative of both, fangerem of faniguirem. The same applies to the negative of the past tenses, fangiftem of fanagiftem. Nouns, cases and postpositions. Gilaki employs a combination of quasi-case endings and postpositions to do the work of many particles and prepositions in English and Persian. Cases. There are essentially three cases in Gilaki: the nominative, the genitive, and the accusative. The accusative form is often used to express the simple indirect object in addition to the direct object. A noun in the genitive comes before the word it modifies. These cases are in origin actually just particles, similar to Persian ra. Nouns for the word per, father, we have the genitive can change to un, especially before some postpositions. Pronouns: the first and second person pronouns have special forms. The third person pronouns are regular un, you, and I, an. Postpositions with the genitive can be combined. Many postpositions. Examples: the personal pronouns have special forms with re, mir, dera, etc. Adjectives: Gilaki adjectives come before the noun they modify, and may have the genitive case ending -i. They do not agree with the nouns they modify. Example for adjectival modification: Western Gilaki, Pilayusakan, Cirksgul. Eastern Gilaki, Sir Dorkulcauyu. Possessive constructions. Examples for possessive constructions of nouns in Western Gilaki: Mehanzakan, Bagama I Gīlān. In Eastern Gilaki, Jersikuti. Vocabulary. Comparison of Gilaki, Kurdish and Baluchi.